Warning: this content is advised to be 13 plus. This content may contain curse words and much more inappropriate things. So if you're under 13, please take this note and please be warned. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Exotic, and I just wanted to thank you for all being really patient because this week has just been really hard for me. It's been really tiring and hard to try to post this video, but today it's going to be out and it's going to be really good, I think. So, before we get started, I know some of you won't like this, but I really need you. If you look on my channel, on the top of my, or the front of my channel, and see that you have a red subscribe button, please click the red subscribe button and hit notifications. It's free, it doesn't cost any money, and if you don't like my channel or the videos I make, you can just unsubscribe. But I really need the subscribes because I really want to grow in 2021 as this new year comes on. And yeah, but let's get straight on to the video. What's good, everyone? It's Exotic here, and today we are going to be talking about two Spider-Man games, Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and reviewing them and seeing which one is better with scores. Now, when I'm going to be reviewing these games, I'm going to be going off of three categories: story, gameplay, and creativity and other. Sorry, my voice is really bad today. Anyways, we're going to be starting with Spider-Man, and we're going to start with story. Also, all of the categories are going to be out of a score out of 10. So we're going to see what we do. So we're going to be talking about the game Spider-Man first. I really liked the game Spider-Man. I think this game was really, really, really fun. The story was really cool and really good. The Sinister Six basically let out this thing called Devil's Breath, and yeah. I didn't really think there's any dragging parts. I mean, there were some scenes that I just wanted to get over with, like all the MJ crap, but like, anyway, still, I mean, that had to be in there. I mean, Spider-Man without MJ is like Batman without Robin, per se. But, anyways, I'm gonna say that, the story of Spider-Man is gonna get a 7 out of 10. Because I really, really, really like the story. Okay, next we have gameplay of Spider-Man. Now, you might be thinking that I'm going to be rating this pretty good, but, well, with the new game comes two new powers. The Miles Morales game has Venom and Camouflage. I really want to say that I like those better than the gameplay in here, but I think I'm just going to go off of fighting and swinging and all that kind of stuff. In Spider-Man, I'm going to say that combat and stuff like that is really fun. It was really complex when it first came out, and it was really interesting because we've never seen an actually really good Spider-Man game. We've had Spider-Man games before, but nothing like this intent, with this much amazingness, but really good graphics and everything. The combat was really fun, and I really like the... what was it called? Where if you filled up a meter, you would be able to do a finisher, or you could heal, which is really cool, in my opinion. So I'm going to be going off of that, and then for the Miles Morales game, I'm only going to be going off of the Venom and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I'm going to be going off of. So I really like that, how you can get up a fight meter and heal yourself, or do a finisher or a takedown on an enemy. But while playing through this, the enemies were, annoying, I would say. The demons with their sword enemies were just flat out annoying to try to deal with them. And Sable units were just, also annoying. And I'm not blaming that on the developers of the game, because that's just, enemies, because they're just annoying. Because if you progress farther in the game, the enemies get more and more annoying. But I think that this game was really fun, and its gimmick was really cool, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. The reason I'm giving it 5 out of 10 is because, I think it's a cool idea, or I thought it was cool how they portrayed it, but I'm going to have to give Miles Morales a better score later on. Now we're going to be going on to creativity and other. Spider-Man suits were really interesting because Spider-Man had more suits per se than Miles Morales did. Like, there's suits like, there's also original suits like the negative suit and the the underwear suit, which is really funny. I thought it was really funny and cool. But the thing is, I think Miles Morales and Spider-Man had more suits, but like he had more movie iterations, if what I'm trying to say, because he had Far From Home and Homecoming. But in my opinion, I think Miles Morales had more and better suits. That's why I have to give it a 4 out of 10. But before we go into Miles, I have to just say one thing. I'm not hating on Spider-Man because it's not as interesting as Miles Morales. But still, we have to continue. Now we're on to Miles Morales, Spider-Man. And honestly, you might think that I like this game more, but I like both games evenly. I'm just trying to see what is better in, viewpoint. So first, like the same thing, we're going to be talking about story. Now, I might not be giving Miles Morales a good story score, because when you think about it, it is kind of the exact same story in a way. For one, we have a Spider-Man fighting two different organizations, per se, who are fighting each other. Now, that is just like the old game, but I'm just going to pretend that it's not the same. So in this story, we have Miles Morales, who is going on a solo outing because Peter is going to Symkaria. So he has to, per se, take care of the city on his own. Now, this is a really good idea, because Miles Morales, about a year earlier, became Spider-Man with Peter. So I'm thinking I'm going to be giving this maybe a 3 out of 10 for story, because the story is, pretty, wacky, if you could say. So I'm going to be giving it a 4 out of 10. Or 3, actually. So now we're going to be moving on to gameplay. Now, I'm only going to be talking about Venom and Camouflage, because everything else is kind of the same from the last game, except the movement in Miles is really interesting. And I really like it how if he jumps off a building, or if he runs off a building, he dives backwards, like he's such an exaggerated... Okay, I'm not doing that meme. Anyways, I think the gameplay is really fun on how Miles takes out enemies. He has more of a energetic fighting style instead of Peter, because if you can watch how he fights the goons, he has more moves, per se, and he's more he likes to show off that he's Spider-Man, per se, because he shows off some cool stuff. Not like Peter, though. But to say I was really better than I was in the old Spider-Man game, so, I guess, So I'm going to be rating the Venom and the Camouflage probably a 5 or 6 out of 10, because they were really fun to use, especially the Venom, how you could use it different ways, like Venom Venom Punch, Venom Jump, and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Alright, now on to suits and creativity and other. I didn't mean to say suits, but I really like the creativity on the suits, because most of them are custom made. Like, there's certain ones like the Pride suit and the Winter suit and the Cat suit that are really, really, really creative. And that's gonna get high on points, because I really like the Cat suit. It's my favorite suit to wear. I also like the Prowler suit, but it's fun. By the way, spoilers, because there could be some stuff. Yeah. They also have the Into the Spider-Verse suit, which was from the movie, which also boosted up the creativity for the suits, because they made a whole suit mod where you could act like you were from the game, or from the movie, which is really cool. Now, that's not the only thing that they have that was creative. They also had this thing called the app, where you could do certain quests for other people. Like, you do a quest which you get the suit from, where you have to help the bodega guy get the cat back, and then at the end of the game, you can do that and get the suit. Now, it's really cool. You can also do stuff like get a selfie with somebody, or help Haley out and get another suit. So you technically get 3 suits from doing those mini quests. The one from doing Haley's quests, one from doing the bodega cat thing, and then one if you complete all of them, you get the Uptown Pride suit, which is all gold, an all gold Miles suit, which is really cool. So you might be mad at this, but I think I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 for creativity because it has so much interesting things. And not to mention that Miles is just so cool. Alright, after tallying up all the the numbers and scores, I have come to the winner. The winner of the best Spider-Man game out of the two games is Miles Morales. Now, before you go, well, you had an opinion, it's not even better, the Spider-Man game's better. I'm saying this is in my opinion on what I liked more. It's not saying that I liked them one more, it's just I thought that Miles Morales had some better tendencies, but they're both really good. And if you're going to check out one of them, I would highly go for the Spider-Man game first, then Miles Morales. Because the Spider-Man game is really fun, and Miles Morales is too. Now, before I end the video, I just want to thank everyone from watching to the beginning to the end. I just want here to tell you thank you, because making these videos is hard but really fun, because I don't do it for the money or trying to get that famous. I do it because it's really fun to me. So I just want to thank you for watching, and I'm sorry that it was late. It was supposed to come out a while ago, but it ended up taking a lot of time because I had to record a bunch of clips of me playing Spider-Man and a lot of other stuff. So thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video, and remember, subscribe or I'm gonna take all your cookies and your Minecraft diamonds.